As humans, we are by far the most mentally developed species on the planet. What we lack in size and muscle, we make up for in incredible intelligence. However, certain animals can come along and surprise us, showing us that they are capable of incredible smarts, just like us. Keep watching to find out what are the top 10 smartest animals. Number 10. Raccoons. The trash panda. These adorable little bandits look like they're about to rob a bank. But did you know they might also have the brain to do so? In the 1900s, a study was conducted that resulted in discovering that raccoons are able to pick locks. The locks were rearranged, flipped around, and mixed up, and these raccoons still had success. They also can demonstrate an incredible memory, remembering problem-solving skills for over 3 years. Raccoons are also commonly seen washing their food off in bodies of water before eating. These guys can remember family members and form bonds with people, only a few steps away from becoming functioning members of society. Number 9. Rats. Although much smaller than humans, rats exhibit a very similar brain structure to us. They have been a main member in scientific intelligence tests for decades. Rats have a keen ability to solve mazes and then remember the route that they took in the future. Like many intelligent species, rats are also social animals. They communicate through touch and sound, recognize other rats, and are even able to learn their own names in captivity. Contrary to many myths, rats don't just eat garbage. When presented with food, they are able to sort out what is good to eat and what isn't, eating what they deem the best tasting food first. Number 8. Pigeons. Despite being considered a nuisance in most areas these days, the intelligence of a pigeon has been used and praised for years. They can identify letters of the alphabet, recognize themselves in the mirror, and remember people and places for years. Their incredible memory is what made them a valuable tool for communication. Before cell phones and email, messenger pigeons were used to carry messages back and forth for miles, making pigeons so much more than a flying rat. Number 7. Crows. Crows are another bird with an unbelievable memory. The term bird brain doesn't apply to pigeons and crows. Considered even smarter than pigeons, crows were also used as messenger birds in the past. If you've ever wronged a crow in the past and thought it was holding a grudge, you were right. Crows can remember people, routes, and danger for their entire lives. In fact, they will even change their migration route to avoid an area they consider dangerous. Crows have an amazing ability to use their minds to find meals. A crow will learn the local garbage truck routes to find which day's garbage will be brought out to the curb for them to snack on. Additionally, they are the only bird known to use tools, using sticks and rocks to aid in finding and acquiring food. Some crows have even been seen dropping nuts in front of cars, so they run over the nuts and crack them open. Number 6. Pigs. Pigs are the smartest farm animal by far. Next time you're at a farm, take a look around. While sheep and goats use the bathroom wherever they walk, a pig pen will usually have one dedicated area for the animals to go. Also, the only food containers on the farm that are covered are in the pig pen. Why? Because pigs are the only animal capable of figuring out how to open it themselves. With an IQ higher than dogs, pigs communicate with each other by using more than 20 different sounds. They show empathy and emotion, and even like playing games. Some pigs have been seen even understanding the concept of basic computer games. In one study, piglets were able to recognize their reflections in mirrors even earlier in their lives than humans. Number 5. Octopus. The octopus is the only invertebrate on the list, making it the smartest animal that has no bones. In captivity, an octopus needs to be kept under close surveillance. They are the #1 escape artists any zoo or aquarium has ever seen. They plan complex escape plans, throw rocks at the glass of their tanks, and even splash water on nearby electronics in order to damage them. If put to the test, an octopus can even complete mazes and screw lids off of jars. Number 4. Elephants. Out of every land animal on Earth, the elephant has the largest brain, with just as many neurons as a human. They are capable of solving puzzles in captivity and using tools with their trunks. In some cases, they are even seen eating certain leaves and plants as medicine. Elephants also follow a complex family structure. They stay with their herd for life and show incredible empathy for their loved ones. When a member of the herd dies of disease or old age, or is killed by a predator, elephants are even seen mourning and holding what is said to be a funeral service. Number 3. Orangutans. Next on the list is the orangutan. Closely related to humans, these primates are one of the smartest in the world. The orangutan is a somewhat solitary animal, holding a social structure with their neighbors, but from a distance. From humans, some orangutans have learned how to use sign language as well as tools. What makes these animals so intelligent is their understanding of what they learn. Research has shown that when a captive orangutan is released back into the wild after rehabilitation, the animal will recreate the tools it was given out of what it can find in its habitat, showing not only that he can use tools, but that he has figured out the purpose and benefit of them. Number 2. Dolphins. Have you ever been out on a boat in the ocean? Then, out of nowhere, off the side of the boat, a pod of dolphins appears out of nowhere. If it seems like dolphins are following the boat, they probably are. Dolphins are often spotted following humans and watching them. Whether they're learning about us or just interested in the commotion, they seem to be intelligently paying attention. Dolphins also pass the mirror test. They can identify themselves in a reflection, plus they can identify unfamiliar marks on their bodies. They can recognize familiar dolphins after as long as 20 years of being apart. Probably the most impressive feature of the dolphin brain is the ability to speak to members of the same species through a series of clicks and whistles. Going further, if they come across a different species of dolphin, they can switch to a more common language that is understood by all species of dolphin. Number 1. Chimpanzees. It's no surprise that the number 1 spot on this list shares 99% of its DNA with humans. The chimpanzee is one of our closest relatives in the animal kingdom. Much like the orangutan, a chimpanzee is great at using tools and learning language. Chimpanzees live in a group, which makes hunting and gathering a bit easier. Each group in the wild is able to develop its own culture, using their own set of gestures and noises to communicate. In captivity, chimps are able to learn human sign language and complete complex puzzles given to them, sometimes even more efficiently than a human can. Chimpanzees released back into the wild from captivity are even seen teaching their other members of their group sign language that was learned from humans. It is incredibly difficult to account for every nuance and behavior that makes an animal's intelligence. Every creature has its own needs and does what it needs to be able to intelligently survive. However, these animals still seem to be some of the smartest in the world. With their social structures, communications with others, and interactions with their habitats, these are the top 10 smartest animals in the world.